Hello everyone. Today I am going to be telling a story while ASMR is playing in the background because it seems to be popular among my viewers. Disclaimer. I am not the person in the background of the video. Credits and link to the original video will be linked in the description. Back in first grade 1 used to be best friends with this girl in my grade. For privacy reasons I am going to name her Molly. I was really grateful for Molly since everyone else in my grade was afraid of me because I got held back, so I was a bit older than all of them. Molly and I were best friends from first grade all the way until the beginning of our 8th grade year. It was a perfect friendship. Or so I thought. We would hang out at each other's houses all the time after school. We would also constantly have sleepovers together and play our favorite games together, which always seemed to be Minecraft and Roblox. Our friendship was all going smoothly until this boy came into the picture in 7th grade. For privacy reasons I am going to call him Felix. I thought Felix was a really nice and attractive guy. I am going to clarify that Felix and I already knew each other, we just weren't really close to each other. The friendship that was slowly growing between Felix and I got to a point where I wanted to start talking to him outside of school too. Since I didn't have a phone since I was in 7th grade and my parents told me I couldn't have one until I was a freshman in high school, I needed a different way to contact him. I decided to give him my Roblox username since I knew he had Roblox and figured we could talk through the chats on Roblox. We both added each other on Roblox and would talk to each other every day after school. Molly, Felix, and I would play games on Roblox together all the time and everything seemed perfectly fine. We would also sometimes play games with Molly's nephew that we will call Luca for privacy reasons. We would all play together as a big group and I guess it was just way more fun that way. It wasn't long before Luca told me that he had a crush on me. To clarify, Luca was only a year or two younger than me. I didn't really have feelings for Luca for two reasons. Firstly, I didn't know Luca in real life. Sure, he was related to my in real life best friend. But I had never seen this kid before in my life since he lived really far. Secondly, I already had feelings for someone else. I stated several times to Luca that I wasn't interested in him, but he obviously didn't get the hint. I ended up confessing my feelings to Felix not long after, which sadly he didn't feel the same way. I didn't let that get in the way of our friendship though. Our friendship still continued to grow and eventually I trusted him enough to give him my Roblox account password, which for some reason he had asked for. He didn't really do much with having access to my account. He would sometimes change my avatar to mess with me and read my messages, but that was it. Now here is where it starts going a bit downhill and gets a bit confusing. So backtracking a little bit, at our school we have these school laptops. We would use these school laptops for some of our classes. We would mainly only use them for whenever we would have to use our Gmails to write speeches, essays, etc. Now these school laptops were shared. We didn't have our own personal ones. Whenever we needed to use one we would go to the laptop cart and sign our name next to the number laptop we were borrowing. So sometimes when you would log into your Gmail on a laptop you would forget to log out. Which is exactly what happened to me. Felix had been the next one to use the laptop after me and noticed I was still logged in. So I have no idea how, but he figured out my Gmail password and signed in on his phone. Apparently since I had Luca added on Roblox, Felix saw the message where Luca told me he had a crush on me, and for whatever reason this made Felix upset. Felix then pretended to be me and messaged Luca telling him to add me on my Gmail account he now had the password to. Luca, not knowing it wasn't actually me, added him on my Gmail account and had a full conversation with him on it. Felix apparently had said some really rude things to Luca on my Gmail, telling him how I will never like him and that I like Felix way better. He also went as far as to say death threats. And oh boy was I in for a surprise when I found out all of this was happening. I didn't know about any of this happening until I got called into my teacher's room to have a private conversation with my teacher and Molly. I was extremely confused and had no idea what was going on or why we were being pulled into the room to talk to her privately. Apparently Molly's mother's sister, the mother of Luca, sent screenshots of the conversations to Molly's mom. Which then Molly's mom sent them to my teacher. My teacher was asking me why I sent those messages and I was literally so confused. I told my teacher I didn't have any idea what she was talking about, but she thought I was lying. I explained several times that I hadn't even been on my Gmail account outside of school for over 3 months. Which of course was called a lie since there was messages from my Gmail. I felt trapped. I had no proof it wasn't me, and Molly wouldn't listen to me promising her I didn't do any of that. I told my teacher that Felix had access to my Gmail account, which I forgot to mention, but after he figured out my password he told me he had access to it, which I didn't think was a big deal. My teacher then called in Felix and he confessed to doing it. Molly still didn't believe me though, and still believed I was lying. By this time it was the end of the day. I was getting my backpack out of my locker while trying to convince Molly still that it wasn't me who did that, since her locker was right next to mine. She refused to talk and went to walk away. So I grabbed her shirt sleeve to get her to stay, which caused Molly to punch me in the face. It didn't hurt me a lot. I felt a little pain in some of my teeth from the impact, but I was mainly just in shock. I didn't expect my own best friend to punch me in the face. I didn't know what to do. I went to one of my other friends, we will call Millie for privacy reasons, telling her all about what had happened. She told me to tell the teacher about her punching me in the face, so I did. And let me tell you, I was so mad when the teacher literally did nothing, and I mean nothing, about Molly punching me in the face. I told my mom about what had happened, and she said that Molly probably only didn't get in trouble because she was an honor roll student. It was even more pathetic since I had gotten in trouble and sent down to the office simply over wearing ripped jeans once. But apparently punching people is okay. I mean, as long as you are an honor roll student anyway. So yeah, that only taught me private schools can be nothing but unfair towards how they treat their students sometimes. Thanks so much for watching, and I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would also like to know if you guys would want more stories.